my hotel room at the courtyard. It's pretty nice. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. I get the friggin' parking lot. Oh well, better than nothing. So I didn't really explain why I'm here, what I'm doing here, but I'm in Orlando, by the way, specifically in Lake Buena Vista, Orlando. And basically, I'm here for Grace Hopper celebration. This is my first time ever coming. I'm happy that I can actually come here. Last year, I was also like, there was an email that sent down and said like, hey, let us know if you want to go. I of course wanted to go, but I felt like it was still too early in my career. At Google at least, to be able to say like, hey, I want to go. And also I was still trying to get the ropes of my role, which in that case was like, it was 5 months in at that point. And I didn't even get my accounts yet. I got my accounts last year, August, and this conference is in September. So I wanted to start off strong. So I wanted to just wait 1 year before I came here, and now I'm here. Google is paying for my entire time here. Really excited. So I haven't been here before to Grace Hopper celebration. I've been to Orlando though. But I am not going to go to any of those Disney trips because I've already been here a lot. When I say a lot, I meant like 2-3 times. And then will be coming back next month with Addison and his sisters. So I don't want to be redundant if I'm literally coming back next month. And especially it's like hot, and the whole point of coming here is for the conferences. I did come a day early. Technically, I can pick up the badge today. The conference agenda officially starts on Wednesday through Friday. So I'm here 2 days early. However, I will be doing work in my little desk over here or on a bed. I have 2 beds, so maybe I could use one as my desk and one as a place for me to sleep. So that's what I will be doing. But for now, I'm gonna unpack. I pack so light. If you haven't watched my videos over here, I pack so light. There's really not much. I literally packed a suitcase and a backpack. That suitcase is half empty. My backpack is half empty, but I'm using it because I heard you get a lot of swag and I don't want to limit myself. I'm gonna just get as much as I can that makes sense for me. I also have the C-Vent events app. So I've like basically briefly looked over my agenda and I looked into like what I wanted to do, and I just got to fine tune it a little bit more. So that's what I'll be doing. And I guess I'm claiming this bed as my outdoor closed bed, and my other bed will be my actual sleeping bed. But yeah, and then after that I'm gonna go probably DoorDash food for breakfast. Oh, this hotel is so big, I have to actually go to the front for my food. I can't just like come here. Bro, I was gonna get like a case of water, but now I'm gonna have to carry my case of water. And of course I had to do arm day on Saturday and my arms are still shredded. Oh well. The goods from my DoorDash order have finally arrived. I got water. I'm not entirely sure if the conference place will have water, but I will have this. And these are for breakfast. Bananas, granola, snacks. This is also for breakfast. But this is all so I don't have to constantly order or eat something elsewhere. I'm just paying for all of this up front. Thankfully, I'm still within my per diem on the first day, which is $80. And then I have my lunch that I did double dash. Oh, DoorDash is so helpful. If I didn't have it, I would have had to like literally Uber there, pick up everything, Uber back. It's not fun. But this way, I have it in food delivery. This is not so good, but I'm literally having sarku, which I saw on DoorDash, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't had sarku in like a decade. Sushi from sarku. And then I'm also watching videos on how to prepare for Grace Hopper. Most of these videos are more focused on the perspective of a student, but I have no clue what to expect except for like what I see on the website, so I'm just watching this to kind of prep myself a little bit. Alright, it is 10:07 a.m. This morning I literally just got ready and now I'm just working. So the conference technically starts at 1 p.m. today, and it's actually like the career fair and expo preview. I'm kind of curious what expo preview is like. Is it just a sneak peek or is it everything at once for just 2 hours? If that's the case, I'm actually gonna just do that and then focus on sessions in the next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and of course networking as well. But I just wanted to kind of get this out of the way, because it is a career fair, but I'm also not here to change my job. Google's literally sponsoring for me for this, so I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna go see how it's like. I hear there's a lot of swag, so I'm bringing my backpack and a tote bag in case. In our little GHC discuss, which is like a Google internal chat we have for everyone at GHC, we were there, and I asked people like, hey, anyone want to go to the venue today, want to pick up my badge and check out the career fair? Does anyone know the expo preview? Is the entire expo or just some of it? Basically the question that I had. And then a few people actually said yes, so we might see some Googlers today that we're gonna meet up, so hopefully that works out. And then Emily, my colleague, and 2 of her friends that are also at Google are actually flying in today, and we're gonna go to a restaurant. It's actually in Disney Springs, so we're going there for dinner and exploring Disney Springs a little. A vlogging camera.
It's a camera?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do you like to make
Oh my god, it's so long. On them. So I'm actually walking back to the hotel now from the shuttle. I spent a lot of time, like the first thing I did was I went to Blue Sky Cafe. The food court looked like it was closed, and I got Papa John's. It was like barbecue, and I didn't want anything too heavy, and Papa John's I wanted like pizza, so I was like, all right, I'll get that then. So we have like a little GHC discuss group chat, and a few of us were planning to meet up there, so we did. And we actually like explored a little bit. Meandered was the word we used. So now I'm back. There was a lot of people waiting in line for the expo preview, and I did not want to be on that line. And because it's not like the first time, I asked and they were like, yeah, there's no swag. So I was like, all right, I'll go tomorrow morning then. I have a reservation at 7:30 with Emily, my colleague, and her 2 friends that are here. So we're gonna go do that at Disney Springs, and we're gonna be exploring a little bit. But today was just like very light. We just kind of spent this time to get the lay of the land, get our badge and everything, explore and meet new people. Oh my god. There was like a time when we went to the connection zone, and I'm like, this is kind of our fault, but we went there just to kind of see how it's like. And then the moment we walked in, people are like, oh, you're from Google, and then they start talking to us a lot. I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad because I'm not in the mood to talk right now. We just kind of wanted to take a look, but it's also our fault because we walked into a place that's literally meant for networking. It's raining, but I'm doing it for the vlog. We're in Disney Springs. Oh my god. I'm wearing a raincoat covering my little camera here. Hopefully it doesn't get dry. This is big. Oh my god.
I almost bought one today. What, your Mickey?
Alright, we just came back, so we decided not to have a sundae because we were just so full from dinner. So we just basically went to, what's the name of the place again? Terralina Crafted Italian, and I had my seafood fettuccine. Was really good. However, it was like frozen seafood, so I was like, all right, this is not really that good. It was like what I would always like, which is like seafood and pasta, but nothing too much because it's Disney Springs. And so my colleague Emily and her friend Carrie and Carrie's friend Nikki, if you're watching this, thank you. But we had a good time just talking and chilling, and then after that, our plan was to go to Ghirardelli. Comment down below, how do you say it? I don't know, but Ghirardelli's, and just get the sundae. But then we looked at the Google image and we're like, that's pretty big, and we were pretty full, especially because these portion sizes were like family size, so it was huge. I was the only one that finished, but they also had salads, and I just had my one dish. I was like, all right. I finished it, but I also was pretty hungry too. So now I'm back in the hotel, and tomorrow I'm actually going to be going to arrive there at 9 a.m. at the convention center. So back when the career fair and expo opens up, basically. And then just going to go there and basically collect as much swag as I can. But I also want to do it because that way I can just get it over with, and I have an idea of like, okay, next time if I miss certain stations or booths or whatever, I can just come during my like off times when it's in between sessions. So that's what was like that for me. And after that, I'm gonna go to the opening plenary. Maybe I'll just talk about what I'm actually planning on doing, but I'm just gonna do this and talk about it because I don't know if I'm gonna be talking about it while the sessions are going. So there's actually an app. It's called Cvent Events, and in here you can look at all the sessions, choose which ones you're interested in, add them to your agenda. So my agenda on Wednesday is I have open plenary. This is the career fair and expo. And then I have a few sessions. So I have 3 sessions. I planned it enough time to be able to wait because apparently it's first come, first serve. So I have to plan to wait like an hour before. Networking with people while we're on the line. I am not planning on like actively networking just because people already see Google and they talk to you. So they're going to come to me if anything. And I'm going to assume that like while we're sitting down, probably you're going to talk to the people next to you. It's been a while since I've been in a conference like this. I've always been the ones hosting the conference, or there's like an agenda that I made and everyone's doing the same thing. This is a little bit different where you have breakout rooms and you have different rooms and all that kind of stuff. This is very different.
And we have created the underpinnings of the technology that make daily life possible. Are you feeling powerful yet?
Are y'all ready to get started? Yes, we're ready to get started.
It started off as a way of removing barriers in public places for people with disabilities. And it was coined inclusive design by the Royal College of Art in 1994.
The share of fuel up kids. So, can software engineers help solve climate change?
Back at Disney Springs, we're going for Sundays in the rain. We are here. Ghirardelli. Look at that hot fudge sundae. Ooh. Oops. Oh my god. And you have like 2 brownies with it. But you don't have a brownie in yours.
You have cookies.
Stone sold separately though. Like I don't even know where you would purchase that. Good morning, everyone. So it's already the next day. Yesterday we went to Ghirardelli for the ice cream sundae, and then I head back, and I literally didn't do anything after that. So this morning is actually the Googlers only Rise and Shine breakfast. And after that, I have a few sessions. I think I'm done with the Career Fair Expo, but I might just be walking around today just to see if I missed anything, because yesterday was crazy. There were so many people. I could barely take a look because there was just lines and lines and lines for every single little station. So I'm gonna just walk around, see if I could get any more swag that I wasn't able to get, because it looked like yesterday afternoon that a lot of it was pretty much empty, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe if they have a new batch today. So I'm just going to be walking around today, taking a look. And I did put up on Instagram, like, hey, I'm going to be at Grace Hopper. Anyone going to be here? And one person responded on Instagram. And so we're hoping to meet later this afternoon. I don't know, because her job here is to actually get a job. So I don't want to get in the way, but at the same time, we just constantly miss each other because I'm with other Googlers, or I was at a session, or I was at the expo, XYZ. So hopefully we end up meeting. Tonight, I won't be meeting up with the same people because they're actually going to Hollywood Studios. So I might be trying to find some Googlers today to be able to go for dinner. All right.
Discover the intricate challenges of how Disney Animation uses technology to make films. Let's warmly welcome to the stage our enchanting speakers, Katie Vincent and Michelle Kano, as they guide us through the mesmerizing world of Disney. Give them a warm round of applause.
Consultant. She said, no one will pay what you're worth. Everyone will pay what they think you're worth.
Their website in some form or the other, be it like a social post or any social media website. Or
in Lahaina, so I have a different perspective now, where sometimes you
Alright, so I got back from the conference today. Honestly, there really wasn't much that stood out to me because I'm employed, but everything there is like pretty much geared towards if you're looking for an internship or a full-time job like out of college. But if you're like an experienced hire looking for jobs, you don't really get to see anything like that. And we actually are going to this storyboard dining. I think that's the name of the restaurant. But it's basically like a magical Disney themed kind of restaurant. And it's gonna be pretty cool. It's called Storybook Dining at Artist Point. And this is actually gonna be in the Wilderness Lodge. So it's a little bit deeper into Disney. I haven't gone there before myself, but apparently the lodge is pretty cool. So a bunch of us in our little GHC Google chat were like, hey, anyone wanna go? For me, I was like Disney Springs. And then someone said like, what about this restaurant? I'm like, okay. It's like a $65 3-course meal with tax and tip.
I don't have one.
Tomato salad. Enjoy.
Thank you. Wow.
yeah, let me know about that.
So this one is a gooseberry pie. It's got meringue and the green is a matcha powder for the topping. Nice. We have the miner's treasure. This one is cookies and cream panna cotta. The dopey hat and the rocks are all chocolate as well. And then we have our poison apples. And that's going to be a chocolate mousse and it's got a heart candy shell on the outside, okay? Children's gift to the queen.
Ooh.
So
Does everyone usually get this?
The Snow White story. You know that we had some hearts involved, right? Yeah. Well, in our version of the story, it's chocolate hearts.
Oh,
and everybody gets one as an ending to the journey with us, okay?
thank you. Last day of the conference. Woohoo!
My name is Ho Yin. I am SVP in technology. I'm the head.
Some believe that more of a evolved response, and some things it's just a cult coming from.
Did they realize that where their data is going to be used? Is it coming from places that are going to have some inherent bias? There was some work in the past where it came from places that created really biased data sets.
We're here at the closing plenary and look who I found! Oh my god! If you guys didn't know, check out the video. Like, we did a collaboration like 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years
almost 2
ago.
years
During
ago.
the pandemic.
Yeah, and ironically, like when I was trying to figure out what to go like get into for Grace Hopper, I watched her video too. Also check that out. Channel down below.
Yeah, it was insane. I was walking and I saw her face and I'm like, I think it is her. So I reached up to her and she instantly recognized me as well. So that was really cool. Yeah.
At the Grace Hopper celebration at anitaB.org, we strive to create a safe and welcoming space for the community to thrive, to learn, and to inspire one another.
NASA, I'll be honest, I struggled. I struggled with something that many of us face at some point in our lives. Imposter syndrome.
The best founder gets you the applause my name. Founder and CEO of EdLight, Karen Thomas.
What are you feeling? I'm mooching off of your shot. Because you have like all of them at once. Alright, we just finished our last night, so I just had dinner with some Googlers at Susuru. It was really good. It was an izakaya. Kind of surprised because it's Florida. But we ended up going to get, or at least I got, ramen, tuna, truffle, sesame, and matcha tiramisu, which is really good. So now I'm heading back to the hotel. I'm gonna end it the night, even though it's like the night's young, but I'm kind of tired. But that was the end of the conference, and tomorrow we're flying home. And that concludes the conference. So I actually, right after the conference ended, we had like, after the closing plenary, there was like a little closing ceremony where they had a lot of the volunteers basically clapping on your way out. And then on the way out, a lot of people started like actually writing in the little Google GHC chat of like, hey, anyone doing anything for dinner? And a few of us, like, I personally really want to go to Susuru because I saw the reviews looked really good. It looked authentic. And then someone mentioned Susuru was actually good. And then after that, someone mentioned, why don't we go today? I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. So what I ended up doing was I just basically hitched onto it. There was like a few people that ended up joining. We went to the Hyatt, which is where we all met up, and then we went there. So it was like a total of 7 people. We got there, we ordered our food. It was so good. We talked a lot. Like so far, like other than like Carrie, Nikki, and Emily, I've been with like a different group every night. So it's been really nice. Except for like Monday night, I was like eating here by myself, you know. But it was also pouring and raining, and I was like, do I really want to go outside and rain? But also like Susuru is like right across my hotel, and that's it for me. I am going to just end the night chilling. It's a lot of socialization, but I'm glad that I was able to most utilize my time here in socializing and networking, because I did not think that, like, I could have gone to Disney and go, but like I'm going there next month with Addison and his sister, so my in-laws. But I did not want to do that because then it will be kind of taking away the whole purpose of the conference. But it's really cool to meet all these Googlers from all around the world. Like, I thought it would be around the country, but it was the world. I met like one of the Grace Hopper volunteers is from Tokyo. I was like, what? So completely different. But yeah, so ironically, like, I didn't network too much with, I briefly networked with other people that were not from Google, but I mostly networked with people from Google. But in my other sessions, like when it was to go to reorientation or Trek Week, they were only with GTech. This is like probably the first time where we actually socialized with non like GTech specific people. So I had a sense of like what the roles are, how it's like, and it's interesting because ironically, when you're in the office, you don't really interact with them. You're like kind of in your own bubble. I'm in a GTech bubble. I do socialize within people that are outside of GPS, which is like my group, which is not Google Maps, by the way. GPS means Google Professional Services. But it's basically the consulting wing. Say hi.
What's up?
Say hi.
What?
Say hi.
Hello.
As always, I woke up early at like 7 a.m. Had a little FaceTime call with Addison. So I have everything packed up and now I'm just gonna get ready to leave. So I was pretty much just watching YouTube videos and listening to podcasts. Now it's like almost 11. It's actually past a little bit 11. Checkout time is 12, and in our little Google group chat, I was actually trying to get people like, hey, anyone want to go to meet up at this place called 24 hour. But this is how, look how cute this is. It's like a 2D kind of space, which I didn't expect. I thought it would be more like a cafe and less so more of a pho place, but I was happy to see the menu had like short room. Like, oh, that looks good. So I am going to be going there, and it looks like 2 others, maybe 3 others will be there. And then one of them is also going to the airport as well for her flight that's also at 4 p.m. I don't know, maybe we have the same flight. I have no clue, but we're gonna go there together. I did also offer, like, whoever's going with us, I'm happy to just also guest you in because I'm going to the Premium Plaza Lounge, which is a priority pass lounge, and I'm excited for that because I haven't gone to the one in Orlando yet. But yeah, then we're gonna go head over. I'm already all checked out. I just need to basically go to the lobby and call an Uber to arrive there for lunch at 12.
Yeah, and we